Hello everyone and welcome back to Move Daily Fitness. I'm Tracy Steen. Your beginner workout today, we're gonna do some upper body toning. All right, so all of the major muscle groups in the upper body we're gonna target. We're gonna lift a little bit in that higher rep range, so I'll give you 40 seconds of work with 15 seconds in between. All right, grab a variety of dumbbells for the workout, and here are the ones that I have used, but I suggest that you lift within your abilities. We'll hit each circuit through twice. We'll start with a warm up and end with a cool down as well. And don't forget, if you want more structured workouts like this in a schedule each week, you can join our membership. You can click or tap the card at the top of the screen or check it out in the description below. All right, are you ready to move daily? Me too, let's do it. All right, I'm going to hit strength on the watch there today. Let's warm things up. We'll start with a single side arm circle here. We'll get all of those ligaments and joints warmed up and ready to lift. I'm gonna get you to increase the heart rate, switch directions here a little bit too. Okay, that helps the synovial fluid to get into our ligaments and joints. Warm everything up before we grab the weights. Switch sides. And we are gonna hit those 2 rounds here. So a little bit of overload on the muscle, switch direction. You could lift a little bit lighter in the first round, and then if you feel like you can challenge the muscles in the second set, then you can feel free to do that too. Let's go here, push. Okay, tap that heel if you can coordinate. Sometimes these are like tapping your head and rubbing your stomach, but do the arms at any rate. All right, high knee here. Alternate. And back kick with a punch. Good, slow it down and we'll reach across, stretching through that middle back right here. Okay. Warming up the back shoulders as well. And let's reach overhead now. Stretch. All right, slowing things down. Feet are about shoulder width apart. We're gonna do some front and back hinges. Okay, just gently push hips back and forward. Warming up your lower back. 2 more here. Let's take one hand behind the back, one behind the head. Draw your elbows back, and a little stretch there. And switch, and stretch. Switch. One more here. Good. Let's do some heel digs. Sweep the ground and alternate. Two more here. And hands on your shoulders. We'll pivot right here. And there we go. All right, there's the first set of exercises. Grab your dumbbells and here we go. We're gonna start with really light weights. So maybe 1s, 2s, or 3s. We're gonna do a bicep serve. Knees are soft, palms face the ceiling. We'll press out in front and then we'll press to that V right there. All right, here we go. So we press, bring it in, and V, good, or W. I guess if you count your head in there, it looks like a W. But just straight forward and up to the side. That's it. setting those down, grabbing a little bit heavier. We'll go into our bent over row, hammer curl. I'll hold 8, so you're gonna hinge at the waist. You hit that row, stand and curl right there. Here we go. And we row, stand, hammer curl here. Hinge at the waist, super flat back on that row, then a full standing before you hit the hammer curl. So I really want you to think about your back being like a plank, like a board, okay? A piece of wood that's super straight, so you're not rounding at the shoulder blades. Stick the chest out, stick the butt out, okay? And work. Okay, we'll use the same dumbbells. We're gonna do a single, double bicep curl right here, holding 8s for me. Roll the shoulders back, knees are soft. Singles here, and we're up, other side. Now together, good. So, looking at the wrists, make sure they're locked and neutral. And you don't want to get carpal tunnel syndrome in your wrist. So you got to keep that like it's one piece of your forearm. So all the while you're sort of seeing, is this weight too heavy for me? Then you'll lighten next round. Is it too light? Then you'll go a little bit heavier the next set, okay? Okay, back to the top. I'm gonna stick with those 3s for my bicep serve. And again, we'll go out, bring it in, and then up in that V. Okay, targeting the little shoulders as well. Here and up. Good. Stick the chest out. Again, no rounding in that upper shoulder blade. And into the bent over row hammer curl. I'm gonna pop up to 10s. You could do 5s, 8s, 10s. Anywhere in that range might be good. Let's hinge at the waist. Nice flat back, roll the shoulders back. And we row, full stand, hammer curl. Right there, good. Hinge, row, stand, and hammer. All right, so we'll go into that bicep curl here. We had the palms face each other, so we're working the long head of the bicep. With palms face the ceiling, we work the short head, the peak of the bicep. All right, single, double, shoulders back. Single, other side. Now both together. Control the down. Good. Elbows stay close to the body. We're gonna make our way down to the ground next. Okay, a little water break first, but then make sure you check out the screen and meet me on the ground. All right, very good. Last one there. Grab some water, pause if you need a longer break, and there's the next set of exercises down on the ground. Okay, so I'm gonna take 10s and 8s down to the ground here with me. Starting with my 10s and that wide turn narrow chest press. Over the chest. Here we go. So we press and turn to face each other. So wide over the chest, turn and face. Good, so name of the game here is to keep those dumbbells over the chest, not to bounce the elbows off the ground, okay? And keeping your wrists locked and neutral so they're not bent back. Perfect, moving to my lighter weights with the 8s, going into that tricep extension. We're gonna hold a glute bridge at the same time, get a little ab and glute activation. So hips are up if you wish. Palms face each other and you're bending back at the elbow right here and back and up. Good. You're slow and controlled, challenging those triceps. 8s might be too heavy for you, 3s or 5s work well here too. A lot of people don't train the triceps as often as they should, and so they might be a little weaker. That's okay. Just make sure you try to add them in a number of times throughout your week. That will help them improve in size and strength and ability. Okay, let's put the weights down for a second. We're gonna go into our V-sit pulse. Now, you're gonna sit up on your butt, lean back. We're gonna pulse right here, working shoulders and core a little bit. Feet up in the air. If you wanna make it more challenging, you can be here, all right? Or here. I think I'll put those feet up, but you do whatever is best for you. Little pulses here. This pulse makes us slightly unstable, requiring our core to recruit and stabilize us. Over halfway, stay with me. Last 5 seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. Good, give those knees a hug. Let's go back to the top. Back to my chest press, wide, narrow press. Holding 10s and over the chest. Hips and bridge if you'd like. Here we go, and we turn and down. Staying over the chest. And lightening the weight slightly if you need. Tricep extension, I'll grab those 8s. Palms face each other, and again, hips are up into bridge. Engage the core and glutes. Here we go, press it up and back, up and down. Not that we're training lower body right now, but this is a nice lower lumbar core activator when you're in bridge as well. Okay, we activate some glutes, but we're also hitting a bit of the core muscles for a full upper body toning. Almost there. Good. All right, let's finish off with that V-sit pulse. So set those weights aside. Either feet on the ground or up in the air, leaning back no matter how you do it. Ready and work, you're here. halfway. Stay with me. It's a good challenge. Feeling upper abs, lower abs. That whole abdominal wall is taking the brunt of this guy. 10 seconds, let's go. Push, push. 3, 2, 1, and give those knees a hug. Very good. All right, make your way back up to standing. Take a look at the screen, and that is your next set. Back to our really light weights, maybe those 3s, 2s. We're gonna do a bent over kick out. So you're hinging at the waist. You're gonna row it up, turn, kick it out, in and down. Here we go. So pull, turn and kick, in and down. Pull, turn and kick, in and down. Good. Now, alternatively, if you don't like this bent over position, you could stand and kick it out right here, okay? This could be an option here. Otherwise, hinging at the waist and really extending those arms out to the side, targeting a little bit of tricep and rear delt here. And roll up, roll those shoulders back. We're gonna go into a W front raise. So W, front raise there, I'll hold 3s. You can keep it light if you like. Starting with that W. Here we go, and we're W and down, front raise here. That's it. So up, back shoulder, here, front shoulder. W and raise. Okay, little shoulder roll again. Sticking with shoulders, we're gonna do a little pulse, full range press. All right, so a pulse press, shoulder press here. Arms here, I've got my 3s. Little pulse, press, that's it. Pulse, press. So I am pushing slightly in front of that lateral plane, as you can see, okay? It's not directly out to the lateral, so it's slightly in front, making it a little easier for my shoulders. Okay, and that's totally fine. If you need a break, just rest, then pop back in as soon as you're ready. And roll the shoulders back, good. Let's repeat that whole circuit. I'll stick with the 3s. We're gonna hinge at the waist and do that bent over kick out, okay? So we hinge here, back is flat, start with the row, lift it up, turn and kick, in and down, up, turn and kick, in and down. Nice. I'm gonna go to 5-pound dumbbells for my W front raise. That one felt okay for me last time, so we'll up it a little bit. Starting with your W, knees are soft. Pull it back and down, front raise here and down. Retract the shoulder blades. Good, and keep the shoulders back on that one. Let's finish with a pulse press for shoulders. I'll stick with the 5s, but feel free to keep it light. You can even do this one without weight. Okay, this is a heavy one for some people. Little pulse. So we're little and full range there. Little and full. Okay, good. Set those weights down. Let's go right into arms. We'll do a little bicep curl. We're gonna go into pinwheel curls. So I've got my 10s here. I'm gonna cross in front of the body, alternating sides. Here we go. So 5s, 8s, 10s, 12s, somewhere in that range, depending on your ability. You're gonna try and keep your torso facing me. All right, nice and stable. Good. Control the down. And let's go into our bent over kick back, tricep kick back. I'm gonna use 5s, but you can go 2s or 3s. Hinge at the waist, elbows are up. We're gonna single, single, double right here. Okay, so right side, then left side. Now both together, kick. So you want a super flat back here again. You're not gonna swing the dumbbells at the bottom. Control, good. If you need to take a break halfway through and stretch your back, feel free. Halfway is right now. Okay, good. Roll the shoulders back. Let's go into a cross body raise. We're gonna alternate sides. Palms face the ceiling. A little front shoulder, a little pec minor. Knees are soft again. I've got my 5s up and switch. Already I feel I can maybe go a little heavier. When you're doing one side at a time, we often can lift a little bit heavier because when you're doing both, of course, together, you're exerting more energy to lift double the weight. But when you're doing just one, sometimes you can push it a little bit more. So test that for yourself. Back to the top and back to biceps. I'll go with my 10s for the pinwheel curl, alternating. All right, roll your shoulders back. You're crossing in front. Ready? Let's work, and we cross and squeeze the bicep at the top. That's it. Rolling that down, not letting the dumbbell just fall to the ground. All right, let's go into our tricep kickback. I'll hold 5s, 2s, 3s, 5s. Somewhere in there is great. Single, single, double. Hinge at the waist, elbows up, and work. So we single and other side. Now double here, both. You can really feel those triceps when you straighten your arms. You don't want to lock them out, but you do want to lift them up. Okay, locking out the joint can have a little bit of too much tension on the ligaments and joints there, so just straighten, but don't lock it out. Okay, what's the next one? Cross body raise. I'm gonna go with my 8s this time. Alternating sides, palms face the ceiling, knees are soft. And we cross and switch, good. So I've got a softness in my elbow, you can see. There's a slight bend in it. Hitting a little bit of biceps there too, along with our front shoulder and chest muscle. It's great exercise. "15 seconds here, then a little water break before our last circuit. Stay with me. Doing well, everyone. Very nice. All right, grab a sip, pause if you need longer. You can give those arms a bit of a stretch there. Felt that. And join me back. There's the last set there. Grabbing just those 3 pounds, but you could do 1 pound or 2 pounds. Wider stance. We're gonna reach across and punch. Reach across and punch, all right? Don't shrug the shoulders. Keep those weights here to start. Wide stance, and we stretch and center, stretch and center. Good. You could even pivot that foot, so come up to the tiptoe, and you go at your pace here. Into your full range of motion front raise. I'll stick with 3s. You're gonna come up to the ceiling, slow, 2, 3, 4 on the down. All right, roll the shoulders back. I've got my 3s. Full range of motion, up, slow, 2, 3. Okay, what you don't wanna do is push your hips forward and arch your back. Okay, so my knees are soft here, 2, 3. And if all you can do is bring it up to 90 degrees, that's fine too. Okay, do what is best for you. Slow, 2, 3 on the down. Stick your chest out. Keep that core engaged as well. Okay, now we're gonna go into some lateral raises. I'm gonna hit a plie pulse lateral. You can stay standing and hit it here. Okay, palms face the back of the room though, and pinky is high for this one. Here we go, so you're low and lift, low and lift. All right, so the legs is not really a beginner part exercise, so do feel free to just be here, okay? But if you want the heart rate up a little bit and you have this position available to you, you could add it in if you like. Great way to increase heart rate at the end of our workout here as well. Don't hold your breath. Okay, shake that out. One more time from the top there. Let's do that cross body punch. Finish strong, less than 3 minutes left, everyone. So stay with me. Wide stance, shoulders low, cross and punch. Good. Now, you could also do a neutral grip punch. Okay, if you're finding that the palm facing the ground is hard on the elbow, switch your grip, make it a neutral grip. Okay, straight up and down. And that's gonna give a little reprieve to the fulcrum there. It makes it a little bit easier to hold. than when your palm is facing the ground. Always lots of options for modifications. Very good. Let's go into the full range of motion. All the way up to the ceiling. Knees are soft. Slow on that descent. All right, roll the shoulders back. Engage your core. And work. So we're up. 2, 3. Slow. 2, 3. Good. Okay, last exercise, you're going back into that plie lateral or just standing lateral raises right here. Either is good. Finish strong, folks. Here we go. Low and lift. Stick your chest out. Doing well, you're halfway. If you're doing the legs and they need a break, you can just be right here. Otherwise, let's finish strong. We got about 10 seconds left now, and anyone can do anything for 10. Stay in the pocket. In 3, 2, 1, and done. And you have moved daily in your upper body toning. Oh, the upper body is feeling that. Good work, everyone. Join me for a stretch if you can. Stretching things out, find a wall. Okay, we're just gonna open up into the chest to start with. Great work. Now, you could always come back to a workout like this once you're more adapted to the exercises and add a third round, a third set of each. And that would be, you know, if you did 2 sets each week for a month, and then add in a third set, that would be your progressive overload. Or likewise, you could do the weights that you do for 4 weeks and then come back the next month and up the weights in every category, and that would be your progressive overload. So progressive overload is a very crucial element to remember when you want to build muscle, right? It's the mechanical stimulus on the muscle that helps it to grow. So what is pulling? What is activating the muscle fibers? And then what's also really important for muscle growth is your nutrition. So getting an adequate amount of protein in, muscle building macronutrient. So we always suggest that it's anywhere between that 0.8 and 1.0 grams per pound of ideal body weight. So for me, that would be anywhere between 90 and 126 grams of protein per day. Okay, I split that as evenly as I can throughout the day into all of my meals. And yeah, arms back, thumbs down. That's the goal. If I can get one of those meals around a workout, that's fine, but it's not necessary for muscle growth to happen, okay? So yeah, that might mean 3 meals a day with about 35 grams of protein each. And for me, that's totally doable. Round through the back here. Right? So it's maybe having like an omelet with some Greek yogurt for breakfast, having a chicken salad for lunch, making sure I get that adequate 35 grams of protein there, and maybe having lentils or a salmon steak for dinner with quinoa and green beans, right? So it's thinking, what is the protein source on my plate? Of course, we always like to prioritize fiber as well. So what's the fiber source? And healthy fat is the best way to round that out. All right, arms back, thumbs down. Anyway, incorporate both of those, be consistent over time, and you'll build muscle as well. Thanks for joining, everyone. We'll see you all in the next workout.